Ashtavakra, in Ashtavakra Gita, he is reading out his beautiful poem. Maybe we can talk, please. Is talking to you and me with a beautiful poem, and he goes ahead and reads it. I'll read it out to you. Take a deep breath. A beautiful poem. मैं अनंत महाबोधम आश्चर्यम जीव विचर उद्वन्ति वीरन्ति खेलन्ति रविशान्ति sabhavatu. That infinite creations of the creatures taking birth in this existence in me, मैं अनंत महाबोधम, in me, Ashcharyam Jiva is taking birth. They're fighting with each other, playing with each other, having fun with each other, making samsara, and then Ravishanti Sabhavata, they submerge back. As we leave our body, we say, I am dead. I'm not dead. My body is not there. Today, our nearest one, the other day, Totan left his body. It doesn't mean Totan is gone. Totan name and the form has gone certain. Ramakrishna Paramahansa Vivekananda. Somebody might say, how dare you compare? Why not? As much as Ramakrishna Paramahansa is the Brahman, is the existence of the Chit and the consciousness that Vivekananda is saying openly, it is not the birthright of Ramakrishna, Jesus Christ, Buddha, or me to be Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Buddha, or Jesus. It is your birthright too. So all of us are that same Brahman, same Sat Chit Ananda. What is Mandakya Upanishad saying? Tat Tvam Asi. Remember, Shwetaketu is being told by his father. Shwetaketu asks the same question. It's all theoretical knowledge. Come on, father. It's only in the book. He said, no, Shwetaketu, you are that. Our journey is to take that journey. There's a beautiful, Shankaracharya has said a beautiful poem, a sloka. I will read it out for you. It's simile, and which it means is one alone without a second exists. In this whole universe, the being is only one. Sadema swamya idamagraha ati ekam evam eva advaitam ati. Let me repeat that. Swadema swamya idamagraha ati ekam evam eva advaitam ati. One alone without a second. Ekam, one alone existed. One and the many. The moment you say one, meaning only one, alone existed. That means they were not two. Two meaning there is a different. Man and woman, different. Book and the clock, different. Me and you, different. What is the difference? Only in the body and the name and the form. So our departed souls and the friends and those who we love, yes, we love their body and the name and the form, and we say they've gone. We prayed so much for them to stay. Maybe they were having some intense reasons for them to leave the body. And there is something in called Dvaiva. That fourth element in our prayers is not understood by many. There is the Divine Mother. She's created this beautiful universe, perfect, with one thing less. And that's the prayer. And that's the prayer that we need to do to hold on to. And you can extend till there is a name and a time when it's not supposed to. Only mother knows whether I should give the iPhone 12 or I should give a little lesser one. Samsung 20 or Samsung 10 is good enough. But children don't. Children will say, hey. So understand, 1 and 2, there are differences. There are 3 types of differences. One is Swagata Veda. What is Swagata Veda? It's within own element, a cat within its own body. leg different, tail different, whiskers, cat's whiskers different, cat's ear and the head different. Then comes Swajatiya Veda, two cats, Swajatiya within the group, they're different from each other. And then comes Vijatiya Veda, is dog and the cat. There is difference, very simple. Now, can there be the same differences into in Brahman, in God, same difference, Swajatiya Bheda, Swagata Bheda, Vijatiya Bheda? Now, are there any parts in Brahman? No, Brahman is infinite, no limit, no parts at all. Only imposed names. And some dualists say, hey, listen, Mr. Advaita, you only worship Shiva and Kali and Divine Mother and the God and the Brahman and your gurus, and you touch the God's feet, no? So the feet and the hand and the heads, they're all different parts. Can't we say they are also Brahman? We say, no, Brahma Rupi Mother, that they're also Brahman. So we can say that, and we thereafter have Swagata Veda. No, it cannot. The answer, there are two answers. The first answer is name and form and function, they came after creation. What did we say? One alone existence. Ekam evam advaita. Before all this universe, before all creation, it only one alone existed. And the first is the name and the form and the function came after creation. There we can take on another session of the Vedantic understanding. Language cannot describe Brahman. Language, Brahman is beyond language. Language itself was created after creation. So name and the form and the function came after creation. What is creation itself? Creation itself is the name and the form and the function. That is creation. Definition of creation as per Vedanta is the creation of the name, the form, and the function. The birth of name, form, function is the birth of the universe. Is the power of Brahman through Maya is the creation as per Advaita Vedanta. Cannot Brahman do anything without Maya? Now this, because the name and the function, what we talked about just now before creation, is one answer. But the second answer, I talked about two answers. The second answer is the more appropriate, and it is real answer, because the names and the forms and the functions are not real. So what do you mean? This book is real, I'm real. No, that's being dualistic. Look at it this way. Gold has become ornament, the tiara, the ring, the necklace, the bangle. You say before they became tiara, bangle, necklace, and ring, it was gold. That means what? You're cheating the people? That means these ornaments have no value? Because I value gold, but it was before they became ornament, they were gold. No, these ornaments are nothing else but the gold alone of the forms. Before we say the water is not in the waves and the ocean, we cannot say before it was water, now it is waves and the ocean. No, it's a wrong statement. It is, if I take away the water, the ocean and the waves vanish. Before all this table was wood. Now it is a table, it has got legs, and you cannot have, the moment you call it wood, it's a teak wood, it's one wood, which itself is gone into the leg and the top and the bottom of the table. If wood does not have parts, the leg and the top and the bottom of the table has parts. So that is the real answer. So we cannot say the parts of the water There was a beautiful story, little short story time. One businessman goes down, little bit of hardship, no money, no business. COVID-19 goes down to jeweler shop with his favorite Ganesha of gold and the mouse. He goes and pawns it to the jeweler and said, "How much will you give it to me? What is the rate?" And he weighs the Ganesha and he said, "This is good gold. This is what I'll give you." He said, "Okay, sir. What about the mouse?" So the jeweler says, "Same rate." And the businessman flies into rage. He said, "How dare you say that? How can you say that? Mouse has got the same rate as the Ganesha? Don't you have any religion? धर्म शर्म कुछ नहीं है? कैसे बातें कर रहे? The jeweler says, "Sir, to you Ganesha is different, mouse is different. To me, all is gold. I am buying gold from you. I'm not buying Ganesha. I'm not buying rat." It is like giving an example of name and the form and the function. Look at this, the better example. You saw a rope in a darkened alley going to the temple or anywhere else in the forest, and you say, "Snake, snake, snake." That's what first we jump into. And your friend who's there, he says, "No, no, no, wait. I've been here before. I'll show it to you." And he throws the light from his, these days, mobile light. And you say, "Oh, it was only a rope." A better example. Imagine mandir, temple, and you say, "Snake, snake, snake." And your friend, three of you are going. Second one, you are saying snake. He says, "No, I have seen that before. It's only a garland which is lying on the road." So one saw snake, which is I. Second one saw it as a garland. Third one saw it as a crack on the earth. He says, "I know it is a crack. Last year there was an earthquake." So think, can you say that the snake and the garland and the crack is a part of a rope? Reflect on it now. Understand it. They're not parts of a rope because they're not real. So you cannot say that these forms and names and the function part of a Brahman. You are now an Advaita because. So no Swajati Veda, no Vijatya Veda and Brahman. One alone existed. A pure existence. In the Vijatya Veda, we talked about Swagata Veda. In the Swajatya Veda, within it parts, separated by only Mother, Kali, Shiva, etc., we call Brahman, but they're separated by name and form. They came into existence after. We place Brahman, we worship, and we see Brahman like the knowing fully well. The sky is no color, but I see it blue, I see it red, I see it black. That's by the form and the function. Truly, there is nothing else. It is so there is no Swajatya Bheda either. Swagata Bheda we talk, Swajata Bheda we talk. There is no names and the forms and the function. Pure existence is devoid of all differences, all names and the all forms. And then comes the Vijatya Bheda. Vijatya Bheda is much more fun. A dog is separate from a cat. Why? Because cat is separate, it's different, looks different, body is different, parts are different. So opposite of cat is kind of like a dog. So we say no, cats and dogs raining, cats and dogs opposite. Now, so opposite of Brahman, what is Brahman? Is existence. Existence is. So we say opposite of existence. What is opposite of existence? Come on, you're a very smart, great spiritual seeker. Opposite of existence is not existence. It is not there. Opposite of is not. We'll talk about a little more on the pure being alone existed. If you say paper exists, understand that the pure being Existence itself are of two. And these are generally in the science today, the existence of this universe came with the Big Bang, the atom, the molecules, and the superstrings, etc., all put together and came as into Big Bang and to this universe. Vedanta talks about it differently. Non-dualist and dualist, there is always a fight. So non-dualists come up and say, you said little while ago, dualist is challenging the non-dualist. He's saying you said existence existed, meaning Brahman existed. Brahman is what? Existent. Existence existed. Two words meaning two different things. Cat and a dog, paper and a book, two different. That means Brahman has parts. Existence has parts. Non-dualist answers very smartly. Say no, it's a figure of speech. In Sanskrit, you say kartavyam kurute. Same word. You're using it twice. Doing is done. Vakyam brute. The word is spoken. It's the same thing. And varyam varyate. Cloth is clothed. It's like that. So, a simple example is you say, he's a good sadhu. Sadhu itself means good. It's a repetition of word. Sadhu in Bengali, it means bhalo. And sadhu means bhalo. You say, oh, bhalo sadhu. So you're just repeating the word. And when you say that superstrings, quarks, and atoms, etc., so all we are talking about, what is it before all this? What is this? This is earth, water, air, fire, space. Before all that, is the Brahman alone existed. So, dualists say, all right, now, Mr. Advaita Vedantis, I've caught you. You say before all this, which is all these five elements, before all this, why can't you just say before all this, God created? That's what we are saying. God is created before all this. So, the Brahman goes up to say a very simple sentence that Paramahamsa Ramakrishna uses this word, that Brahman cannot be said it is Juta. Juta in India we talk about. Western world cannot understand that. We say, what is Juta? Eto in Bengali, Eto. Oriya say Oita. Oita. Brahman cannot be expressed through words, through mouth. It is cannot be expressed in words. Vidyaranya makes a great effort, and I'm going to read it out to you. It's a gallant effort through the same words he's trying to explain. I will explain it, translate it. In Sanskrit, Tada simita gambhiram na tejo na tamastatam anatvan anabhikyatam tat kinchit abhisittatve. Let me repeat. Tadas Vimita Gambhiram. Translation goes on to say, is that absolute, absolutely still, Gambhiram. Natejo na tamastatam, utterly profound. Neither light nor darkness. Anattam, anabhigyatam, no words can express, beyond all expression. And then he goes on to say, Tat kinchit abhasityam, only pure being remains.